on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to look forward to. So if you want to stay up to date on YouTube every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news, then make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below, and slide across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and finally do leave a thumbs up. We smashed 300 likes on the last video. Can we do the same on this one? 300 likes is the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. So we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got the very latest on Lewis Fiorini. So records say that Hibs in Scotland, they're now not going to be making a move for Lewis Fiorini on loan. There's still plenty of interest in him this summer. I suspect that a loan deal will be sorted rather than a permanent transfer, but it is looking like a move to Scotland to Hibernian up in Edinburgh isn't going to be happening, and it looks like somewhere else Lewis Fiorini will be ending up out on loan at instead. So it is what it is. That's what happens when it is the loan market, and with plenty of interest there, it's not too detrimental to his development. Now, moving on, we've got the very latest on Carlos Borges. Now, the Athletic say that Borges is being valued at around £10 million by Manchester City. Southampton, Borussia, Dortmund, their name has been chucked out there over the last 3 or 4 days, and a new name being chucked out there in Nottingham Forest. They're apparently interested, but it is only that. Only interest at this stage from Nottingham Forest. No talks have taken place. No bids have gone into Manchester City. So it's seemingly looking like there could be a little bit of a bidding war going on here. Who is going to sign Carlos Borges from Manchester City? My expectation at this moment in time is that Borges will leave Manchester City on a permanent deal, and Manchester City will include a sell-on fee and a cheap buyback clause on that deal as well. When we get more developments on that, of course, I will bring that to you guys. Now, moving on to the final out of this video, takes us on to a big update on Aymeric Laporte. And just when we thought we might be getting somewhere with a couple of player sales for the first team squad for Manchester City, you take one step forward to go 2 steps back. Now, TuttoJuve over on Twitter say 30 million euros that Juventus wanted to sign Aymeric Laporte for. They're saying that it's too high, and because of that, they're considering a withdrawal from this transfer. Remember, to convert that into pounds, it's £25.5 million. To sign a top-class centre-back like Aymeric Laporte for £25.5 million, to me, is an absolute steal. It's an absolute bargain. In fact, if Man City were to sell Laporte for 30 million euros to Juventus, I would be seething. I would be angry, because that is well below his market value, and yet Juventus say that even well below his market value is still too expensive. It's telling me out there there's not much interest in Laporte. The clubs out there that might be interested in him simply cannot afford him, and because of that, Manchester City face a little bit of a predicament. They want Josko Gvardiol. Do they want to free up space in their squad, or are they happy to go with the extra centre-back? And somebody is going to be left frustrated come the end of the season when they're not getting that many minutes and that many starts. Laporte's game time from last season was pretty limited. To bring in a top-class centre-back, a left-sided centre-back, a left-footed centre-back who can cover through the middle and on the left side as well, to me, spells the end of Aymeric Laporte's future at Manchester City. There's just no interest out there. Are we going to keep him and make him even more frustrated? How are we going to sanction a sale? There's just not that much interest there. Spurs were interested. Laporte wasn't interested in a move to them. Aston Villa were interested. Manchester City weren't interested in selling to another Premier League team. It's frustrating. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. And I might be looking at things too much here and getting 2 + 2 = 5 here. But I still believe that Manchester City don't want to upset their squad too much and want to know where they stand in terms of player futures, like Aymeric Laporte, like João Cancelo, like Kyle Walker, before they can start thinking about adding more players to their defence, and I think that's what this dragging of the heels is when it comes to Josko Gvardiol. This deal could have been sorted a couple of weeks ago. Manchester City haven't got it sorted, so we're going to move on to the latest and speak about Gvardiol, because Fabrizio Romano says new round of talks are scheduled to take place this week between Manchester City and RB Leipzig. Currently, Manchester City are proposing a deal worth €75 million plus add-ons. Leipzig, they will reject that offer. It's verbal offers at this moment, not official written in bids. But if Manchester City go in with €75 million plus add-ons, it will be rejected. Talks are going to continue over this week over the fee with RB Leipzig, with Manchester City trying to negotiate that fee. Leipzig have been very insistent over this summer transfer window, not just over the last couple of weeks. We've known this price for months. RB Leipzig are continuing. They want €100 million. They want £86 million for Josko Gvardiol. Fabrizio, he says this could well be a very decisive week when it comes to the deal and it comes to Gvardiol. Now, we have had previous reports saying no outgoings are needed for Manchester City to sign Josko Gvardiol, and that's all fine and well. In terms of finances, there's absolutely no problem. In terms of squad registration, absolutely no problem. City's squad depth, it's pretty stretched and thin. It's not the biggest of squads, so there is always availability to bring more players in. However, the bigger problem here is Manchester City do not have a shortage of centre-backs. We have, in my opinion, one too many if we bring Gvardiol in. So it will need potentially someone to leave. And I think Manchester City are just and ahhing. They don't know what's happening with Walker. They don't know what's happening with Laporte. Because we don't know what's happening with them, we don't know what's happening to Gvardiol. Now, like I said, I could be reading too much into it. That could be me getting to 2 + 2 = 5. But something just does not feel quite right. Manchester City are taking their time, considering City want him signed in time for pre-season. Well, if things aren't negotiated and sorted and agreements in place by the end of this week, Gvardiol will not be joining up with Manchester City at the start of their pre-season tour in Asia. So what direction are we going in? This is very interesting, but also very particular. And I really don't know what to make of it. This is very unique. I've not really come across a transfer situation like this before involving Manchester City on my time doing these transfer updates on YouTube. I've been doing these for 6 years. Nothing really rings a bell when it comes to these transfers. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what direction it's going to go in. But what I will guarantee you guys, every single day, daily Manchester City transfer updates, I'll keep you up to date with this deal and all the other deals involving Manchester City every single step of the way. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. It is free. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. And finally, do let me know your thoughts on what you make of these transfers in the comments below. This Gvardiol situation, this saga with what's happening with Laporte and Walker. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys religiously again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.